House Harkonnen, from the volcanic wasteland of Gidi Prime. The Harkonnen know only malevolence, hatred, and brutality. Their leader is the corrupt and vile Baron Rakan. Rakan's power-hungry sons, Gunseng and Copec, eagerly await the Baron's death. Each plots to take his place, but while he lives, they feed upon him like parasites.
Have you no tongue? Perhaps you're wiser than your appearance dictates. I am the Mentat, Yanich Kobal. Have no fear. You are not to be killed. The Baron will postpone that small pleasure as long as you are of use to us. No doubt you've heard. The Baron Rakan is not well. Soon one of his sons will take his place. You do well to ingratiate yourself to them. They may not be as far-sighted as their father. This way.
It's to be war, sublime war. We will crush the Atreides and the Ordos, and then we will defile the bodies of their dead.
All hail the Punisher Emperor Rakon Harkonnen!
Your brother praises me, while he looms like a vulture waiting to feed upon my corpse. Could I ask for a more suitable heir?
You could ask.
Mother, can I get you something?
No, leave me! Leave me! Both of you! Why are you hovering there, Mentat? Step forward. What have you brought me?
It is the replacement you requested, my Lord Baron.
It doesn't look like much. If this one performs as badly as the last one, I'll have you strangled along with it. This sickness makes me forgetful.
It is your predecessor. Observe closely. This unappealing, waterless ball of dust is the planet Arrakis. But make no mistake, a handful of that dust is worth your life 100 times over. Now, your training begins. Bravo! You did surprisingly well on Arrakis. But there is much more to learn about the Barren Spice Planet. There is a native population. They are called Fremen, a desert people. Wanderers that wear water reclamation units called still suits. They are of little use to us, but they can be very dangerous. We must also consider the Imperial Sardaukar. They were born to serve an emperor. Without one, they have no purpose. They may prove to be of great value. Even as we speak, they travel to Arrakis. They will support the house that proves to be the strongest. Of course, that will be House Harkonnen. You would do well to seek an alliance with them as soon as possible.
This is what passes for a Harkonnen military commander? I fear my father is losing his senses.
Our father chose this one to lead our forces on Arrakis. The Book of Fade speaks of a single fire slug bringing defeat upon an entire horde of Anthrok. Appearances can be deceiving.
And optimism clouds judgment.
We shall see soon enough. When he and the Mentat return to Arrakis, I shall go with them to oversee the spice mining.
You? Why should you go? I am the oldest.
My father requests it.
Then he has lost his senses.
The Mentat will continue to oversee you. If you prove ineffective, you witness the fate of our last commander.
So what? I am to remain here on Gidi Prime? Draining the Baron's pustules? wiping the spittle from his innumerable chins?
Study your charm film book, brother.
You insolent... I shall be Baron soon, perhaps even Emperor. Then you'll pay for your disrespect, baby brother.
Abject terror consumes me.
Do be careful on Arrakis. A knife in the back can come from any hand, perhaps even a trusted one.
Doubtless you've heard the ancient expression, trust him like a brother. These two give the phrase an entirely new subtext. Blood will be shed before their private war is over. If you get between them, that blood will be yours. In the meantime, you will continue to capture territories. The Baron's spice must flow.
Gunseng!
Father!
I trust the troop reinforcements are adequate.
Oh, most assuredly. Our troops will be deployed as soon as the frigates land.
I had a sublime thought. I want you to launch an attack on the enemy frigates before you arrive.
Before. Inside the Highland.
The Ordos and Atreides frigates are merely sitting there. You can wipe them out before they even set foot on my spice plant.
You understand that that would be a direct violation of the Great Convention?
Great Convention?
Is my baby brother a soldier or a diplomat?
My brother is an imbecile! My only intention, Father, was to...
Your intention doesn't interest me in the slightest. You'll obey without question or be replaced. Perhaps you are too young for this position.
I am yours to command, as always. I will make you proud, Father.
Of course you will. Once the attack begins, the other houses will try to defend themselves. This should be a fine test for our new military commander. Kill them. Kill them all! You follow orders without question. An admirable trait. A shipment of slaves, the healthiest from my personal stables, will be shipped to Arrakis immediately. Continue to perform, and this will be the first reward of many.
Both the Talaxu and the Ix are willing to trade with us. Both offer unique, powerful, and destructive weapons. But the two races despise each other. If we trade with one, the other will refuse us. You must choose between them. Or find a way to trade with them both in secret, yes? First, the Ix. They offer projectors, armored vehicles that project holographic illusions. The enemy will believe that our forces are much larger than they actually are. They also offer infiltrators, explosive mines that will reveal any type of enemy stealth unit. Next, the Talaxu. They have developed human mutations called contaminators. These carry a virus that mutates living tissue into additional contaminators. The more they kill, the greater their ranks become. Also, they have developed bioengineered tanks that convert enemy units into replicas of themselves. These they call leeches. Will you trade with the Ix or the Talaxu, or perhaps both? Remember, if either one discovers your deception, they will not be pleased. The choice is yours.
Copec. I'm starving.
Coming, Father.
What news from Arrakis?
Battle is going splendidly. Victory will soon be ours. Blah, blah, blah.
Your brother's not as helpless as you'd like to think.
My brother was making a botch of things. He completely ignored your battle plans. I should be on Arrakis, Father. This is far too important for my brother.
Your brother was right. You are an imbecile. You don't think I see the reports? Gunseng is performing admirably. Perhaps I should make him my heir.
You can't do that.
Am I not Baron? Do I not do what I please? No!
None of your dead, Father. A Telaxu poison. Colorless, odorless, completely undetectable. Farewell, Father. Greetings, brother.
What are you doing here?
I am the sad bearer of dreadful news. Our dear father has passed on. You may now kneel to your new baron. Oh, brother. You give me your blessings in accordance with local customs. The gift of your water, isn't that the expression? I am deeply moved.
How did you do it, Copec? Knife in the back? Poison?
You insult your baron. I believe the penalty for treason is death.
Don't you think I saw this coming? I prepared for it, Copec. You won't get away with it.
It is a fait accompli. I already have.
And it will be civil war!
What are you going to do, Gunseng? Throw sand in our eyes? I am now Baron. If you have any intelligence, Commander, you will remain loyal to Gidi Prime. Should you side with my brother, you will both die slowly and painfully. I trust you'll make the right choice.
Copec is a fool. He will bring House Harkonnen to ruin. Join me, and together we will win the spice for Gidi Prime. Think on it, Commander. I will bring you wealth and power beyond your wildest imagining.
Your choice is simple for the moment. Gunseng or Copec. There can be only one Baron, ultimately one Emperor. Choose carefully.
The Ix designed this chair to my own specifications. If Father only could have been here, he would have enjoyed this. But you won't die for weeks, brother. And in the end, oh, you'll beg for death. Your loyalty will be rewarded, Commander, I can promise you. In the meantime, we've been getting disturbing reports from our spies. Someone has been carrying out raids against the Sardaukar, the Fremen, and the Ix, and harvesting the bodies of the dead. They could be building an army of Golas and Contaminators. I want you to pursue alliances with the Ix and the Sardaukar. We may eventually have to dispose of them, but for now they may be of some use. Brother, please, I'm trying to have a conversation here. I'll have to contact you later when it's a little less noisy.
Oil lenses, quickly! It's a dead worm, a large one. I don't think the ornithopter has seen us. It's fleeing the storm. It's the Telaxu. Their worm hunting parties have been seen roaming the planet. I wonder what they're up to.
Hear me, Harkonnen! The war on Arrakis continues, but today we will eliminate one of our greatest enemies. Below us is the homeworld of the great House Atreides. I say to you now, the Atreides are weak and worthless. We must show no mercy here. We must be carnivores, consuming flesh, tasting blood. But bring me their Duke alive. His death will be slow and painful. Death to Atreides! Crush them! Exterminate them in the name of House Harkonnen! The Duke is already dead?
Yes, he took his own life by drinking the poison, Chow Murky. My Lord Baron, I have darker news.
What is it now?
Our suspicions concerning the Talaxu were not unfounded. They have joined in alliance with the Guild to form a secret plot. The Highliner has abandoned us and returned to Arrakis. The Guild and the Talaxu have launched a joint attack against our remaining forces there.
The Highliner has left us?
Yes. We have no way to return to Arrakis. Perhaps we do.
You have 5 seconds to live, Mentat.
I could arrange a small business deal with the Arakeen Smugglers Guild. Perhaps they could transport our frigates secretly aboard one of their ships.
Smugglers Guild. You will live another day, Mentat. Just pray your plan succeeds.
We have arrived without detection. But the situation on the surface is appalling. The Talaxu have released contaminators and leeches all across the planet.
The food and water supplies of each and every house has been tainted. The substance is a mind-altering drug that turns all into mindless warrior slaves. They fight for the Guild and the Talaxu. Worse still, word has reached our spies of a devious plot. The Guild, in alliance with the Talaxu, are experimenting with sandworms at a complex in the desert. They have discovered a link between the worms and the spice. They plan to seize the throne by breeding a man-worm with almost godlike power. They call it the Emperor Worm.
The plan is perfect. It cannot fail. You have the woman?
Bring her! It's the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. That face is a blasphemy. Why do you retain it? Do you think I cannot see the truth?
It proved useful.
You've done well, Celix. The Guild will remember this.
The Talaxu are always pleased to serve the highest bidder.
I understand you drank the illuminating poison while among the Fremen, the narcotic produced at the moment of death by a drowning sandworm. Can you see your own future, my dear?
I have no future.
Precisely. But your life fluid, your water, it has a glorious future. It will provide our new Emperor Worm with power beyond imagining.
By killing me, you ensure your own deaths!
We will all die, but the Emperor Worm will live on! Magnificent, is he not?
House Harkonnen. We are all that stands between Harkonnen's supremacy and eternal slavery. The Fremen and the Sardaukar have no choice but to fight with us. Make no mistake, this is no longer simply a question of victory for House Harkonnen. It is a question of our very survival. Destroy all who stand in our way. Fight for your house and for your very lives. Failure is death. Failure is death. Failure
We must destroy that laboratory. Failure is death, Commander. He means that quite literally.
Is the war over, finally? Truly, there are those among us with the gift of prophecy, the ability to see beyond the present moment to events that lie ahead. Yet even their sight is limited. Time is a vast desert, and each moment a single grain of sand. Who can truly know what the future holds? Who can know what lies in wait beyond the dunes?
Hear me, Harkonnen! The war on Arrakis continues, but today we will eliminate one of our greatest enemies. Below us is the homeworld of Great House Ordos. I say to you now, the Ordos are weak and worthless. We must show no mercy here. We must be carnivores, consuming flesh, tasting blood. But bring me their leaders alive, the four known as the Executrix. Their deaths will be slow and painful. Death to the Ordos! Crush them! Exterminate them in the name of House Harkonnen!
The Executrix are dead? All of them?
Their great hall was consumed by flames. The Executrix were burned alive, my Lord Baron.
Then bring me the idiots who set the hall on fire. I'll torture them to death!
My Lord Baron, I have darker news.
What is it now?
Our suspicions concerning the Talaxu were not unfounded. They have joined in alliance with the Guild to form a secret plot. The Highliner has abandoned us and returned to Arrakis. The Guild and the Talaxu have launched a joint attack against our remaining forces there.
The Highliner has left us?
Yes. We have no way to return to Arrakis.
Perhaps we do.
You have 5 seconds to live, Mentat.
I could arrange a small business deal with the
Arrakeen Smugglers Guild. Perhaps they could transport our frigates secretly aboard one of their ships.
Smugglers Guild. You will live another day, Mentat. Just pray your plan succeeds.
An elegant device, isn't it? Designed by the Ix to your specifications, as I recall. It has only just arrived. You are its very first tenant. Delicious irony. I'm told it can take weeks for you to die, my brother. Weeks and weeks. You made the right choice, Commander. You may yet escape my brother's fate. But on to other matters. I understand that someone has been attacking the Fremen, the Ix, and the Sardaukar. In the aftermath of these raids, they've been collecting dead bodies. Delightfully macabre, but a bit worrisome. My advisors believe they might be constructing an army of Golers and Contaminators. The Sardaukar are now our permanent allies. It might be prudent to pursue a relationship with the Ix as well. We can easily dispose of them when the time is right, but for the moment, they might prove useful. A few minor complications, but on the whole, a lovely day. Just lovely. Listen well, Harkonnen. On this day, we take one step closer to victory in the war on Arrakis. We orbit the planet Caladan, home of the grand and exalted House Atreides and its pitiful Duke. For years, we have watched him prance and preen, looking down on us, insulting us, destroy his planet, kill his people to the last child. But 10 slaves to the man who brings the Duke to me alive and breathing. His death is mine, and it will be exquisite. Go now, Turn Caladan into a smoldering ball of ash! Do it in the name of House Harkonnen! What is this? I wanted him alive!
The Duke Achilles took his own life by drinking the poison Chalmurki.
Take his body! I'll have a golem made and torture it to death!
My Lord Baron, I have darker news.
What is it now?
Our suspicions concerning the Telexu have not been unfounded. They have joined with the Guild in a secret plot. The Highliner has abandoned us and returned to Arrakis. The Guild and the Tlaxu have launched a joint attack against our remaining forces there.
My Highliner is gone?
Yes. We have no way to return to Arrakis. Perhaps there is a chance.
Give me one good reason to spare your life, Mentat.
I could enter into a small business deal with the Arakin Smugglers Guild. Perhaps they could transport our frigates back to Arrakis secretly, aboard one of their ships.
Smugglers? How delicious. Will House Harkonnen rule the universe? Or will we be slaves to the Guild and the Tlaxu? We stand at a crossroad. Will the Fremen and the Sardaukar fight with us? They have no choice. House Harkonnen will be victorious. Your humble Baron will be Emperor. Destroy them utterly. Failure is death. Failure is death. Failure
We
is
must
death.
destroy that laboratory. Failure is death, Commander. He means that quite literally.
Long live His Royal Highness, the Padishah Emperor Copec Harkonnen!
Listen well, Harkonnen. On this day, we take one step closer to victory in the war on Arrakis. We orbit the planet Draconis IV, home of House Ordos and its pitiful executrix. Destroy their planet! Kill their people to the last child! But 10 slaves to those who capture the executrix alive and breathing. Their deaths are mine. And they will be exquisite. Go now! Turn their ice planet into a steaming ball of slush! Do it in the name of House Harkonnen! What? I wanted them alive!
Their great hall was consumed by flames. The executrix were burned alive, my Lord Baron.
Bind the remains. If there's so much as an ash left, I'll have golas made and torture them to death!
My Lord Baron, I have darker news.
What is it now?
Our suspicions concerning the Telexu have not been unfounded. They have joined with the Guild in a secret plot. The Highliner has abandoned us and returned to Arrakis. The Guild and the Tlaxu have launched a joint attack against our remaining forces there.
My Highliner is gone?
Yes. We have no way to return to Arrakis. Perhaps there is a chance.
Give me one good reason to spare your life, Mentat.
I could enter into a small business deal with the Arakin Smugglers Guild. Perhaps they could transport our frigates back to Arrakis secretly, aboard one of their ships.
Smugglers? How delicious.
You're stupid and incompetent! A disgrace to House Harkonnen! If this inept performance continues, I'll have you skinned alive!
You are worthless and weak. Even the Baron has grown tired of torturing you. Oh, by the way, While you were unconscious, we took the small liberty of implanting a heart plug. Time to die, Commander. Farewell.